Okay, it is 12:41, and we're about to begin our investigation.
Before we start, there are some things we need to tell you. We just had a very interesting and very compelling conversation with somebody here at the hotel. We're not allowed to disclose who they were because the owners of the hotel do not want these things being known to the public. They want to get this history away from it just so it doesn't really taint the image of the hotel. What we originally thought, all we heard was that there was a stabbing on a staircase and that there was a shooting on the 3rd floor. There's so much more to the history of this place than we ever actually thought. So it was built in 1951, opened for business in 1952. And originally, they actually started having some illegal gambling dens here, and the stabbing was actually due to a gambling debt that somebody didn't want to pay. The shooting was not on the 3rd floor, it was actually in the basement, which unfortunately we are not allowed to go. Not saying that we won't, but the elevator goes there, so we'll see what happens. But those are not the only deaths that happened here. There were a few people who died here of natural causes. If you look over here, there are a couple hospitals. And so while someone's staying there, their spouse might stay here. There was one couple who, a lady had cancer, and the husband woke up and found her blue and dead on the floor. There was another man. This is the most interesting one. There was a man who died in a room on the 2nd floor of natural causes, just old age, and a maid was cleaning that room. That was her part of the hotel to clean. But she kept over and over again complaining about a spirit being in that room. Now it used to be, right now it's 2 rooms, it used to be just one big room. So everybody wrote off these reports from this maid because they said she was, just crazy and superstitious, and so they blew it off over and over and over again, until eventually she actually hung herself in the same room that she was complaining about spirits being in, the spirit of the man who died there. We don't know if this is because she had problems in her own life that she didn't know how to deal with, or because she was, possibly being driven crazy here. But what's even more interesting about that is that there was a woman, this was just a few years ago. Now, those deaths happened in the 70s or 80s, around then. Now, a few years ago, there was a lady staying in that room on the 2nd floor. This was after they had made it into 2 separate rooms. She came down from her room, sprinting, hysterical, not knowing what to say, left everything in her room. She couldn't even get the words out of her mouth as far as what she had seen. So they actually called the police, and the police went up in that room and got everything out for her. What she eventually, once she calmed down, what she said was that she saw a woman in a maid's outfit in the corner, and she looked like she was dead. But the thing is, it was not in the corner on the floor. This was on the corner of the ceiling that she saw somebody. So right after that, they completely shut down these rooms. No one is allowed to rent them out anymore. So we're going to try to get as close to them as possible. We will not have access to these rooms, unfortunately. We will not be able to stay in these rooms, but we can go near them in the hallways because the hallways are mostly vacant. There's some construction going on there. Right up here on the 2nd floor, it looks like there are a couple people in there, but it's not even near them. So we will be near those rooms. There are also, as far as what we were told by the person we talked to, so apparently, before they opened this whole area behind us, which is a dining hall, it was completely closed off.
Whoa, dude.
What?
We're going to have to go back on that, but I swear I just saw something in that top right window move.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting, because I was about to say, right before this was open, there was a wall that separated the lobby from this dining hall. Now, in their surveillance cameras, apparently for no reason, in the corner of that wall that used to be there, a weird shadow figure would appear in the bottom corner of it. A weird shadow figure would appear in the corner of the room.
Dude, I can't get that. I can't get that image of just
Really?
a housekeeping like person in the top
Oh my
right
gosh,
corner.
That's creepy.
This person that we talked to has no reason to like lie about any of this, and they are credible. We will not, but that's all we're gonna say. Out of their wishes, that's all we're gonna say.
Right.
They have no reason to lie. There's no money involved. One of our things here is that we want to be as cooperative and, courteous as we can to the establishments that we go to, so that ghost hunters in the future can have a good time investigating without a stigma about us.
Right.
If you are wondering why this video is so choppy, it's because we keep slipping up and saying things that we shouldn't be saying. Not curse words, just
revealing parts about the person that we talked to that we said we would not. So, and we don't want to put the information of this person out there. But as far as other things that this person have experienced, apparently there are voices that they will hear in the lobby. There will be sounds as if somebody smacked the desk at the front of the lobby. In the basement, apparently you can hear somebody hit a pipe that's above the ceiling. There are pipes running right on the ceiling, and you'll hear it in different places. And
that's pretty much the extent.
That's pretty much the extent of what we've heard, but it's way more than anything that we saw online. So it actually, I wasn't expecting to find anything here, but now I think the chances have risen a little bit.
Yeah, and having belief, I'm not saying that we won't be rational about most anything, but having belief is like half the thing.
Honestly, yeah.
And we went in kind of being skeptic. It's hard to find any places during this whole epidemic and whatnot, but
Did you want to show?
we hit a landmine.
From the front office, we were able to get a map of the entire hotel, 3 pages of all the 3 floors, and so we know pretty much exactly the places that we need to be investigating, mainly on the 2nd floor. Like I said, we're going to try. We're not allowed to be on the 2nd floor technically, and no one here, we want to be very clear, none of the staff or anybody here is allowing that. So
we aren't breaking any laws, but they aren't condoning.
Right. So we don't want to make it seem like
don't come here expecting, to be able to do what we do.
Right.
If once they ask us to stop, we will be courteous and stop.
And, same with the basement. We're not allowed to go there. If we end up doing it,
don't do it.
It's not allowed. So
yes.
That's basically it. But that conversation we had with this person was so helpful, and I think it's going to be a pretty fun night.
All right. I think when you see this next, we'll be starting our investigation.
Let's go.
We're gonna get our equipment.
Yep. No, I think he's in the.
So we're in here, and we hadn't even started investigating yet. And
I'm feeling right now, Steve.
we all feel like top heavy. It feels
To me,
almost on the brink of nauseous.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling
So we're
in here,
gonna
and every
do
single
some
one of us felt
EVP.
it coming in here.
We're gonna do some EVP. I'm gonna go lights out. Dude, turn that light off. Okay.
Is it still happening?
Yeah, we're just gonna. Well, now it's gone. All right. I don't know what's going on with my camera. I don't think that black spot on the right is anything supernatural. I think it's just a camera issue right now that we're gonna have to get figured out.
Let's just try to do this really briefly, so
Okay.
because this feeling, I don't want it to go away.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Go.
Is there anything in this bathroom or on this floor that wants to speak to us? Any entity that wants to say anything? Get this message across.
I'm sweating.
I'm sweating profusely.
I'm not sweating. I'm feeling I'm going to pass out though.
Turn on the light real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop this recording.
Oh, it's the worst in here. Oh my God, you were sweating.
Anything can see that?
Huh?
I'm sweating profusely right now.
So am I, and it's not like it feels bad in here. We turned off the AC for the sound, but it's still pretty cold.
I can see it over here. You were glistening.
Yeah. I feel like
I'm not really feeling it right now, dude.
Do you want to listen back to this?
Oh yeah, it's pounding.
Yeah.
We should probably- Like when I was standing in there, I was standing in the shower, and I had to like stop myself from moving completely because if I moved side to side, like I was saying, I felt like top heavy, man. I felt like I was just gonna fall right over, and then I started to feel nauseous towards the end of it, and now I just feel like. I mean, I had a 5-hour energy
I feel drained.
an hour ago.
I have a headache so bad I feel like I could just pass out on the floor and sleep
Yeah.
forever.
Well, we can. That's what I'm saying. We can go see if they have like ibuprofen down there.
I feel decently okay. Like I'm sweating, but I feel okay. And it's weird because we turned off the AC, but it's still going. So it's like it's still pretty. Still pretty.
And I'm just like, dude, I'm just like shaking, dude. My knees are like, and my arms. I want to go to the front desk.
Okay.
You want me to see if they can get they have ibuprofen, Leanne?
I could have, my big ass head could have done it, but I'd rather put any fucking pressure on that door.
Put some pressure on it and see if it does it again. Put pressure on it and see if it does.
Okay. I barely put any pressure on it that time.
Are you filming?
Yeah.
So these are definitely the 2 rooms that we were told about. That used to be one room where a man died of natural causes and the maid killed herself, hung herself in one of these rooms. They're not being used. The peepholes are taken out.
I 100% think it was that room.
He said didn't even. I mentioned it to you. As we got here, I said, did you just feel that literally big wave of cold? Okay. As soon as I saw these, we're standing here, and it just like right there, just hit my body. I didn't feel anything. It just fucking hit me, dude. It was like a wind. What was that? Jinx, you owe me a soda, dude. What was that? What we gotta do? Did you hear? It sounded like it came from behind me. Into the room, so maybe. I just hope there aren't people in these rooms. I doubt there would be. Hold on. Recording right now. Shit. Record. Go. Record. Is there somebody in that room? If there's someone in that room, knock or make a sound. Move the door in front of me. Was that your stomach? No. Was that your stomach? No. What? No, I didn't. You didn't hear that. Hold on. I want to see if it's a TV or something. There's nothing. That was a woman's voice. And that came through twice. Was that you speaking? Knock or make some sort of noise. You can use this device to speak, or you can knock something.
That door's open.
Someone's staying there and they just don't know. Nobody would be staying here, you don't think? I just got to work in.
Real quick, check if there's any cameras, because I don't want him. Oh shit, they are. I don't want him to get fired for not looking at the cameras. There are no cameras.
The lights are on.
No one in here. No one. No one. Dude, let's get an EVP going. By the way, what we are doing right now, do not do this.
Yeah, we are not allowed in these rooms. These rooms, all of the rooms in this hallway are open by the little lock that's on it. They're kept in the doorway just because this is all under construction. No one's supposed to be here right now.
We will probably be caught by the worker here, whoever
Yeah.
that is today.
Because I don't know if we will, because I think there haven't been any security guards, and we've only seen one person.
Is that you?
No.
Get the EVP started. Get the EVP started. You ready?
Yeah. Wait, shit.
What?
I was recording a couple times. Maybe I caught that actually.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Is there anybody in this room that wants to talk to us?
That's me, sorry.
Yeah, those notes are good. Hey, you know what's weird here?
Hmm.
This is the 7th recording on this EVP, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that microwave is just 007 for some reason. I don't know if that means anything, but it was just weird. Speak.
I'm at 7 minutes, if that means anything. Is there anything here? Is there anybody here that could speak to us? He and I are holding a device that you can speak into and use to communicate with us. You can use our energy to speak with us or show yourself.
Touch one of us or touch the device in our hand. This blinking red light here will be able to hear you if you speak into it. Use the energy from it.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
You?
No, 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 no.
Use the energy from it.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
You?
No, 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 no.
Use the energy from it.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
You?
No, 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 no.
Use the energy from it or from... Was that you? Use the energy from it or from... Was that you? That sound came from behind you.
That was not me. I was not moving at all.
You kind of just sounded like settling.
Still. Were you murdered here?
Light.
Oh, that's a smoke alarm. It's low battery, I think.
Okay, well, we can stop this.
All right, are we recording anymore?
Hmm?
Are we recording anymore?
I stopped. Oh, you mean like... in
Like
general?
the video. I thought it was a.
We can if you want.
I thought that was a fucking. I thought it was a motion sensor, and then I was like, why would there be a motion sensor in a hotel room?
Yeah.
Exactly how we left it.
Back on my phone. suite is just open.
Hmm. It's called the Keeneland Suite. It has to be one of these two. Shit. That goes to the main lobby. Basement. Sorry, I just farted in your face. Farted. Actually, could we just exit out that way?
Go outside?
Yeah.
It's probably locked.
Probably locked, yeah.
We have to go from
Alright, fuck it. Be very quiet. Okay, this is floor 2. We're gonna try it again to see if we can make contact.
And just to reiterate.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, it is, okay.
And just to reiterate, like he just said. 1 in 2053 when you go down the hall and take a left, and one all the way down when you go down this hall and take a right.
We can't say that.
Why? Just cut that.
I guess, yeah, okay. And this is floor 2, attempt 2 to make contact. This time I will be putting my phone underneath the other door. Oh, my phone's fucking dying. I can't put on my flashlight.
I can probably do it.
sure it's like almost all the way in there, just so like we're actually catching something. Okay. Now we're gonna try some EVP and record. Okay. You feel sick? So let's try for a second. All the numbers were cut in half. That hasn't happened yet.
feel heat coming off of you. It's gone now when you. There have been some serious temperature fluctuations around us, and especially around Carl's arm, around Carl in general. And I felt the same thing. It first happened to you in the same exact spot I was standing when I felt it right here. Standing right here. It just came on. Go here. I was talking. Dude, that sounded like crying.
I'm telling you, I thought I heard it. My legs are freezing.
Setting this down right here. Is there anything here that would like to make its presence known? Please speak to us.
Floor 1.
Holy shit.